guys, it's Melanie, and today I'm going to do a quick Worth the Splurge on the Becca Ombre Nudes Eyeshadow Palette. Some of you are probably like, that's such old news. Why are you even talking about that? It honestly took me a really long time to commit to purchasing this palette because it's really expensive for essentially 5 eyeshadows. And so that kind of has held me back in the past. Well, when I got the Sephora friends and family 20% off coupon to be able to use, I figured that would be a really good time to pick this up. So I wanted to tell you guys about it before VIB rolls around, so that if you've been on the fence about it, maybe this helps you make your decision. So the palette does come in a cardboard box. Obviously, the packaging for Becca is really kind of sleek and plain. I like that. They do give you a look card here with suggestions and kind of tell you how to work with deep set eyes, rounded eyes, almond shaped eyes. So it's kind of nice. If you're newer to the makeup game, you know, this kind of stuff might be helpful for you. The packaging itself is really sturdy. It's a nice tough plastic. It snaps shut. It doesn't utilize a magnet or anything, so it's really kind of nice because you know it's secure. It does come with a good sized mirror. Essentially this entire top here is a mirror. And I'm just gonna put that over the mirror. These are the eyeshadows themselves. So you can see there are 5. You are getting a total net weight of 8.5 grams with each of the shadows being 1.7 grams. So that's a fair amount of product. I'm trying to compare that to what comes in some of my other palettes here. So, for example, the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette, each of these, like, smaller sizes here, this is not for, like, the big guys, but the smaller guys here, these are each 1.1 grams. So anyway, you do technically get a little bit more with these. Did I just put my elbow in lipstick? Of course I did. Anyway, you get a really nice shade range here. Obviously from like a nice highlight all over type of shade to something as deep as like a liner type shade on the end here. So there's a really nice range. I would classify these colors as probably fairly neutral, cool toned. They're definitely not super warm. So if you are someone who likes warmer shades, you might want to try, I believe it's called the Ombre Rouge palette. Those shades are a little bit more warm and not quite as neutral, cool toned as these guys are. I tend to favor these types of colors on myself personally more than like really warm colors. So that's why I figured I would go with this one. I'm going to give you guys swatches. So the consistency of these shadows is really, really nice, you guys. They are really smooth. They are not as creamy and buttery as... Oh, this is swatching terribly on my hand because my hands are really dry. Let me see here if I can get these to... You're going to have to excuse my dry skin. I always seem to mention that in my videos, but this time of year my skin just kind of like gives up on life. But they swatch really nicely actually. And then let me give you this last guy here, the darkest shade. They are not as creamy or as soft as Lorac shadows are. So if you are someone who actually doesn't like the consistency of a lot of the Lorac eyeshadows because you find them to be too loose, these are not that loose. Like, you don't have product like falling down onto your cheeks when you're using these the way that you do with the Lorac eyeshadows. And the Kat Von D, quite honestly. They're a little bit more firmly packed in here. I guess that's what I'm trying to get across. You do get a little bit of like dust kicked up when you are swirling your brush in there, but I mean, obviously easily just blow that away. They're really easy to use, you guys. I'm wearing them on my eyes today. I'm actually wearing every single one of these colors. So I put the lightest shade all over my eye area as a base over my primer. Then I used this shade right here in my crease. Then combined these two darker shades here on the outer part of my crease. Then I used this to line my lower lash line, and then went back into this shade right here and used that to really buff out the edges around the darker portion on the outer corner of my eye to create a really nice smooth transition. They're really easy to work with, you guys. I would say if you are someone who is a beginner, this might be a really great palette to start with if you're trying to like dip your feet in like to the high-end eyeshadow game, because they're easy. They're not going to create a huge mess for you. They're basically a dream to blend. Do I think that you need to have this for the price? I think if you get it on sale, I do think it's definitely worth grabbing. But if you are someone who already has the Too Faced Natural Matte Eyeshadow Palette, I don't know that you necessarily need this one, because some of the colors in here are honestly pretty similar. So there's a peek at both palettes. So you can kind of get a sense of some of the similarities in there. I don't know. I am a little bit of a makeup junkie, so this was worth it for me, especially at 20% off. I am really glad that I finally have it in my collection, but it definitely wasn't like I must have this, or like, you know, I can't go on with my life. That's a stupid thing to say about any makeup item, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. It's really nice. It's great to have, and I look forward to using it, and especially traveling with it, because I think this is super travel friendly. They're all matte. I don't know if I said that, but they're all matte shadows, so they're beautiful to put on your lid or in your crease. They're just fantastic. So for me, 2 thumbs up. I do think it's worth a splurge, and if you're looking to try some Becca products, their eyeshadows are really nice. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know what you guys think of this palette down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.